So I've been an obstetrician for over a decade, and the things I've heard in that time have just been amazing. You can call them pregnancy myths, old wives' tale, what have you, but I've heard them all. Many patients come in because their sisters, their mothers who've had babies have given them free advice, and many of these things just aren't true. So let's talk about pregnancy myths, fact or fiction. Here's one I hear a lot, cocoa butter. It prevents stretch marks. Not true. You either get them or you don't. Women spend hundreds of dollars on belly balms, cocoa butter, and it just doesn't make a difference. You can't reach up into a cabinet or it will cause the baby to strangle on its umbilical cord. This just does not happen. You can't dye your hair. That's actually not true. We generally recommend that you don't do it until after the first trimester is complete, but the fact is the amount of chemicals that you absorb through your scalp is so small that it doesn't make a difference. People often ask me if it's okay to have sex in the last trimester. This is perfectly safe to do, although you may not want to. I heard one the other day where someone thought that they would give their baby cradle cap if they had sex with their partner at the end of the pregnancy, and this is absolutely false. Another question I often get asked is about air travel. People wonder if it's safe to get on a plane while you're pregnant. It absolutely is. It's not that the air travel in and of itself is dangerous. However, you may be traveling to locations that don't have adequate health care, or you're far away from where you have gotten your health care for your pregnancy. That could be the issue, not getting on the plane itself. Another common myth is how to predict the sex of your baby.
I was told if you carry your baby more prominently out in front that is a boy.
If it's lower or higher, it's a boy.
Oh, you got that baby up high, that's going to be a boy.
None of these work. However, people have tried to determine that from the rate of the baby's heart rate. I've seen people comment on how people are carrying, whether it's straight out, it's a boy. If they're a little round and curvier, it's a girl. A ring is another one where you take a ring on a chain and you can swing it across your hand or in a circle. None of these work, but you have about a 50% chance of being right. Patients often ask me how much they should eat every day and what the range of food should be. I usually tell them to eat a well-balanced diet to make healthy choices. On average, a woman who is starting her pregnancy at a normal body weight should gain about 25 to 35 pounds for the pregnancy. Women do this differently. Some women gain a lot of weight up front, other women gain more steadily throughout, and gain more at the end. There's an exception for women who are starting the pregnancy above their ideal body weight. For those women, they don't necessarily need to gain 25 to 35 pounds. In fact, some of those women may not gain any weight at all, and that is perfectly acceptable, and it's healthier for them and their baby. Your weight gain is not a direct reflection of what your baby is doing, and in fact, most babies are growing just fine, even if your weight is not changing on the scale each OB visit. Exercise in pregnancy, like a lot of things in pregnancy, is all common sense. I don't recommend one exercise over another, but do recommend you to do exercises that feel good to you. Walking, yoga, getting in a pool can be great. What I wouldn't recommend while you're pregnant is taking up extreme sports. This is not the time to start hang gliding or to go rock climbing. Use your judgment, and in fact, with your pregnancy, you should use common sense and judgment with all things. Thanks to the internet, there's lots of information out there. Some of it's good information, some of it's not so great information. One website I really like is the American Pregnancy Association. They have lots of great factual information there. However, your obstetrician is your best source of information. I recommend you write your questions down before you go to your next visit. Every pregnancy is different, and your doctor knows you best.